Hello, hello. It's Sue from the Unicorn Advisory, and I am doing something today that I feel very nervous about. I am completely putting myself out of my comfort zone, and I am starting a daily live stream challenge all around the theme of this is what I would do if. So I really hope you're going to join me over the next 30 days as I dive into a heap of different topics that are going to be really, really relevant if you are a Kajabi user, if you are a creator on any platform. All of those little challenges and things that come up in business, these are things that my clients have asked me. These are things that I've been asking myself as I reinvent my business and really try and figure out exactly what it is that I want to do after doing this already for 6 years and wondering what is the future and how am I going to make this sustainable and scalable and head into the future. So I'm doing it, and I'm going to start with an episode that kind of is a little bit all about me, but it's going to be really helpful for you if you've been in this position. It's like, what do you do if you've lost your mojo and you want it back? And I'm going to chat through some of the reasons why I have decided to do this live stream series, like what prompted it, why I've chosen this as the thing that's going to challenge me and hopefully help me get my mojo back, and give you some ideas of things that you might want to do. So I think we should dive into it. My very first live stream in this series. This is what I'd do if I lost my mojo and I wanted it back. So first, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory and where I'm at in case you don't know me very well and you don't know what's been going on in the Sue McLachlan world over the last wee while. So for the last, probably 6 or even 12 months, I've had a very whirlwind kind of life. I've been doing a lot of travel as I'm now a digital nomad and living overseas, currently in Malaysia. But went to conferences and did heaps of travel. I went on an epic car camping adventure for a month. So I lived in my car for a month while I traveled around Australia. And that has been glorious. Like, it is one of the things that I've loved the most about my life, but it has also been pretty challenging and pretty taxing energy wise. I've done, even though I was very keen to make sure I did slow travel, did a lot of very unslow travel, which makes me even more committed to keep things slow going forward, especially because I'm working on the road. I'm not having just some endless holiday. I'm doing work and living. So that's been something that's been going on. I've also been going through this, like, what do I want my business to be? As an online creator, digital product creator, coach, I have done pretty much every single type of digital product that you can. I ran a membership for 5 years. I have had many, many courses, workshops. I sell templates. I do a lot of coaching and consulting, a lot of done for you service provider work as well. Just a lot of things going on. And going into this season of my life, I got to the point where I was like, I am just feeling really, really overwhelmed, very chaotic about everything that is going on. And I wanted to simplify and figure out how to make my life come first and not the business come first, as something that has tended to happen a lot. I am a bit of a workaholic and perfectionist, and all of those business things, as you probably know when you run your own business, tend to, the line between life and business gets really, really blurry. So I have been working with the beautiful Alessia and Jacopo from Profitable Talents over the last wee while, trying to figure out what is this new version of my world. What am I going to offer? What are my products and services? What are the things that I want to be known for going forward? And that's been really, really challenging, because simplification has been the message, and I don't quite know what this next version is going to be yet. I'm working on it. I feel like I'm getting close, but because I don't know yet, I think it's really held me back from actually putting myself out there, on top of all the other challenges, because I've also had some health stuff going on that's taken me out for a few months. So it's kind of like that. Well, how do I know what to share when I don't totally know what it is that I'm going to be doing? And as a perfectionist, I was going to say recovering perfectionist, but I'm like, yeah, who am I kidding? I always feel like I have to have everything lined up. I have to have it right. And so this combination of life being super overwhelming, taking time off for health stuff and recovering from surgery, and just everything going on, has led me to hide back in the shadows significantly. I'm someone who's a strong believer in email marketing, but yeah, I've barely emailed my list. I'm embarrassed how few emails that I've sent. I have not showed up on social media pretty much at all for at least 6 months, if not longer, probably maybe closer to 12 months, just because it's just felt really daunting. That's hard to show up when you kind of don't know what you're showing up for. So, few things going on that prompted me to get to this place where I'm like, you know what? Today's the day I'm going to change some things. So I got an email earlier this week from Jordan Gill from, I think, sorry, Jordan, I think your business's system saved me, and it had some ChatGPT prompts. Now, I have been going ham on ChatGPT lately, especially as I've spent a lot of time chilling out in bed and recovering. So I've been talking to ChatGPT a lot as I'm trying to work out and formulate my new offers and go through a lot of this process. And the prompts were around things like, hey, where do you see um, opportunities for growth? Like, what am I not seeing? That kind of thing. I was just like, I'm just going to copy these, cut and paste. So let me know if you want the prompt. She got them from someone else, but if you want them, let me know in the comments and I will share them. And it was incredibly insightful. A lot of the stuff that I'd already been talking about with Alessia and Jacopo, so I kind of recognized it. But main themes: perfectionism, holding myself back, like that. I feel like I'm on the edge of doing things, but not yet doing it, and I need something to really challenge myself and bring myself, you know, back out again, essentially. And I had a bit of an audit over things that I've done in the past that have worked. I was like, all right, what is the thing that I love doing the most? And interestingly, after I did decide to close my membership back in January, one of the things that meant is that I wasn't going live in my community every week. I wasn't answering people's questions. I wasn't showing up. And I think I've really missed that. Like, going live is one of the things that I love the most, even though it terrifies me because I also have video anxiety. It's that moment I go live, I'm fine. But up until the point where I actually press the go live button, I'm like freaking out. And then I get on and I'm like, okay, no, I can do this. I'm pretty good at this. But yeah, that's one of the things that always I feel really inspired when I do it. And especially, if I've got people that are asking me questions and I can respond, like, that gives me great energy. It's one of the things that reminds me of why I do what I do and, want to help people. So I was like, all right, so what have I done in the past that has been, that kind of thing? And I've done 30-day live challenges before. I've kind of pushed myself. I've done workshop series where I've taught Kajabi, but I didn't want to do something that's just teaching Kajabi. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Kajabi and I would teach Kajabi all day, every day, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be like, all right, what else could I do? And yeah, I pondered around with some ideas. I spent a day kind of, putting ideas out there, playing with things, playing with concepts. And then I came up with this is what I'd do if, and, looking at different types of situations that you can find yourself in. Like I said, situations I've found myself in, um, things that people struggle with, like questions that people have asked me. And often the same question gets asked, a lot of times, because as online creators doing digital products, courses, a lot of us are so alone. We are making this stuff up as we go along. And when we get stuck, we can feel really alone. And we don't have help of how to get out of that. And sometimes it's just that needing a sounding board. Sometimes it's just being like, all right, what would you do in this situation, even if you're not there yet? So I came up with a whole lot of situations and to do over the next 30 days. Who knows? Maybe I'll go beyond that, but I'm making a commitment to myself and to you that I am going to show up every day for the next 30 days and I'm going to go live. I'm not going to record things because in the past, when I'm like, all right, I'm going to record a video every day for the next 30 days, I will always find a reason not to. I'm very good at coming up with justifiable reasons why not to do something. I wanted to do a video every day for about the last, 2 weeks. I have made 2 recorded videos, but they're still sitting on my hard drive. They're not doing anything. So this going live is a way to get over that perfectionism. It's a way to stop things being a later situation. It's going to be right now. So I don't know if that's something that might help you or give you some mojo. It's like, what are the things that stop you? Like, looking at, if you want to do something, what stops you from going forward? And for me, it's all the steps that are involved in creating a recorded video. It's recording it, it's coming up with the idea, it's editing, it's perfecting it, it's then, making the perfect thumbnail and the perfect description and blah, blah, blah. There's a million things that you can do that can stop you from publishing a video. But when you're live, you're live. That's it. You press go and you just continue on your merry way until you're finished. So that is what I decided to do. I decided to do this unpolished, I'm perfect, sharing my thoughts on all these, different things and different situations. And if you have got a situation that you want me to ponder and mull over and let you know like what I would do in that situation, please do put it in the comments below because I got a heap of ideas, but I want to make sure this is really helpful for you. Selfishly, it's a little bit, for me, well, a lot for me because I want to get over that hurdle of not putting content out there because I don't know where it's going to lead to, and it's not in a funnel, and it's not, you know, this thing where I'm like, all right, this content is going to lead to that freebie, and then that freebie is going to lead to that thing. I just want to get back into the habit of sharing my thoughts, my ideas, being as helpful as possible because being helpful is one of my core values. So, um, this is what I'm doing. This is my plan. So, what is the plan exactly? Well, every day I am going to go live for at least the next 30 days. Now, sometimes when I've done go live challenges or video challenges, what my justifications are often, oh, I'm not ready to go on video. I don't have hair done. I don't have, makeup done. The light's not right. It's too noisy outside. Like, again, I'm very, very good at finding justifications why not to do something. So, one thing I'm not going to do is do it at a specific time each day. I am committing to doing it each day, but the time thing that felt like something where, as soon as I miss one time, it would be really easy to be like, oh, well, I didn't do it today, and then, jump off the wagon and not complete it. So, it will be different times every day. I'll be aiming for around late morning Malaysia time, which will be very late in the evening US time, early afternoon in Australia, New Zealand time. But flexibility in that. So obviously with that, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to join me every time. So I'm doing a few things to make it easier. Firstly, I have got a live streaming page that I've got set up on Kajabi. It's the same system I used when I did the Kajabi Fireside Chats last year with StreamYard. StreamYard is ridiculously expensive, but it is so easy and so good, and it looks so nice on a page. So if you go to theunicornadvisory.com/what-if, you will be able to see that page. You can see the replay and get a heads up for the time for the next one. I'm going to try to I'll just make the time a day ahead so I can stick to that. You'll also see, you can put in your name and email if you want to get a heads up 15 minutes before I go live. So if you do want to join me live, then you can say, hey, Sue, I want to join you, and get an email, and you'll know exactly when I'm going live that day. So that is there on the page. Also, I mean, this is probably bordering into going into that perfectionistic thing because it did make today that I didn't end up getting started with this until after 4 o'clock. But I've wanted to do a podcast for pretty much forever. I am an ex-radio person. I've worked as a voiceover artist for 10 years. Like, voice is my jam. But for some reason, I've never done a podcast. I imagine all those perfectionistic things, all the, oh, but then I've got to do show notes and, artwork and blah, blah, blah. Again, a million excuses, a million reasons not to do it. You can't do podcasts live. So what I've decided to do is strip the audio from these live sessions, and I'm going to put it into a podcast format. This is what I do podcast, so that you can listen along live if you prefer. I know for me right now in my season of life, I love podcasts. Pretty much any course that doesn't have a podcast, I probably will not consume a single lesson. I listen to everything on podcast format. Like if I'm out walking, if I'm at the gym, if I'm just chilling out, podcast is definitely my main and favorite way to consume content. So it fits that I'm going to turn this into a podcast. Now, please note this is going to be nothing polished because the goal is to get it out there. So if you do prefer, you can subscribe to the podcast, and once I've gone live, we will strip the audio out from each episode and load it up into a podcast. So it should be ready a few hours afterwards. So that is one way that you can follow along. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not yet subscribed. So that is youtube.com /@ Sue McLachlan. It's in the comments or in the description. Just ask me if you're not sure. I will be putting all of these live streams up on YouTube, so you will be able to watch them later. And of course, you can go to this page. You can highlight, favorite it, and head to that page because I'll just have the current episode, like today's episode, and a preview of tomorrow there. So you will be able to watch the replay on that page. So that is my plan. Who knows? 30 days at least, maybe it'll be something that I love doing and I want to keep doing ongoing. the goal is to keep this as light and easy as possible. I want this to be something that I can actually do that feels sustainable, because that, I think, is what has tripped me up in the past and how I've gone into that land of burnout. I've done these things which are epic and so cool, but I end up so exhausted by them that I can't continue. Like, they're not sustainable. And right now, my core focuses are simplicity and sustainability. And of course, scalability as well when I'm looking at my offers. But for the main part of my business, I need to keep it simple and it needs to be sustainable. This needs to be something that can be done no matter what energy I am feeling. So that is the plan. I would love to know what you think. If this is something that you want to follow along with. Kate, she's saying, yes, I hear you. I'm mid editing a YouTube video this week that was supposed to be published yesterday. Yeah, I've been editing YouTube videos. Some of my YouTube videos, when I look back, I did last year and they never even made it to YouTube, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, that is my plan. That is my goal with this series. I'm hoping it's also going to get me much more comfortable back on video again, because I do love showing up like this. And there's some kind of weird block with my video anxiety that stops me from pressing go. But now I have made the commitment. I've made it public. I will be following through. So every single day for the next 30 days, if you want to follow along, catch these videos, this video series. This is what I do if, and we can go through it together. You can ask me questions. Tomorrow, I am going to be doing, this is what I do if I created a course and it's not selling. I think that is probably the most common question that I get as a Kajabi consultant when I'm talking with clients and going through, like, helping them with their setup. Often you will think it's a tech problem, but usually it's more of a strategy problem. So I'm going to look through, like, what are the steps? What are the things that you can do if you've created a course and it's not selling, and how you can make a plan to make it sell more. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my live stream tomorrow. So I do hope that you will tune in. Remember, you can go and register to get that heads up when I'm going live. And I hope you enjoy this series. I hope I enjoy this series as well. I think it's going to be fun, and I think it's going to be super, super valuable. So with that, I shall end this live stream. I'm going to give myself a big pat on the back for doing it, because I have been procrastinating, I'll be honest. I was like, oh, and today is the last. I was going to do it yesterday and I didn't, in all honesty. And today is the last day where I can make 30 days where I'm going to be in one place, because I'm heading to Japan in May. And this date starting today means I can get exactly to 30 days with the same lovely background and everything. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have worried about that. Maybe I should just be like, I'll do it on my phone. But anyway, I'm here, I'm doing it. And I hope it's going to be helpful for you. And I hope you are going to follow along. Remember, if you've got something that you would like me to cover, if you've got that situation in your business, you know, some of the topics that I've, you know, got on my list to cover is like, this is what I do if I only had an hour a day to work. This is what I do if I hate social media and I don't want to show up. Okay, maybe some things that have affected me. This is what I do if my Kajabi was a complete mess and I needed to clean it up and I didn't know where to start. This is what I do if I'm just starting from scratch and everyone is telling me to do a million things and I'm not sure what to do first. If you've got other topics, if you've got other things that you would like me to cover, I would love to make this really helpful for you. So please do let me know in the comments. And thank you. Thank you for being here and for supporting me on this journey to defeat my video anxiety monster and to, you know, be true to myself and stick with this challenge over the next 30 days. I will see you very soon. Sue from the Unicorn Advisory. Bye bye. See you. Oh, see, now I'm all like, this is why I have video anxiety. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.